We welcome you to Wolf Stadium right here on GVTC in a fantastic hill country matchup between the Davenport Wolves and the Kerrville Tivy Antlers, two proud programs, even though in Davenport's case, it's a program that's not very old at all, but already some success for the Wolves. For Tivy, year after year, tons of success as we welcome you to Greater San Antonio and again, the hill country. Christian Hallam, a man who needs no introduction around Comal ISD, a former Smithson Valley quarterback alongside, and Christian, as these two teams get set to kick off, Davenport set to receive, should be a lot of fun tonight.
It's going to be a great time. I'm glad to be here.
And with that kickoff set to go, the Tivy Antlers under the direction of a new head coach, David Jones, a longtime head man, no longer at Tivy, now it's Shriver.
Oh, there we go.
Davenport,
Breaks
what
it.
a start!
Great
Across
blocking.
midfield on the opening kick to the 30, and what a way to start, Christian.
That is a fantastic play right there. We just see a great execution of blocks from Davenport. Plentiful space to get out in the open and run. Love it. Love it to see that.
Well, if you're the Wolves and you're looking for a fast start, I think you just gotten Caden Scott, their big play receiver, a senior, getting them going right out of the gate. And Caden does a lot of damage offensively. 8 catches in the season opening victory against San Antonio Veterans Memorial last week. 95 yards already with a big return here. 1st and 10, quarterback looking right. That pass broken up. Good idea, but closing there toward the sideline was Josh Wheatfall, one of the better defenders for these Antlers.
Yeah, I think what happened there is maybe we were looking at a 10 personnel, so that means that they have a one-back set, and we're looking at 3 receivers on one side and 1 on the other. And they're just trying to take the easy throw on that play.
Mentioned the quarterback on the quick snap. He is a brand new quarterback. Of course, Daniel Sokup, the all-everything quarterback for the Wolves, gone to graduation. And so in his place, a sophomore getting the start this season, Tristan Torres, young man who played well in that win against the Patriots. Tristan, you look at his numbers, can pass, he can run it, and leading the Wolves to 443 yards of total offense on 2nd and long, 2nd and 15. They get 2 more, do the Wolves. They're all-everything back, who is back, unlike Daniel Soka, Barrett Fallon with his first carry of the ball game.
Yeah. Here we got a 3rd and long here. This is going to be a tough spot for them, and they're trying to run the ball.
And they give it again to Fallon, that Kerrville Tivy defense ready and waiting. And so Fallon and this Wolves offense, great kick return, but even here on 4th and 13, Christian, kind of in no man's land, they're going to go here at the 30.
Yeah, this is a risky move, but if you're inside, your field possession, you're inside here trying to score, it makes sense in a coaching standpoint. I can understand why.
4th and 13, Torres over the middle, complete. A catch and then a move, and a fantastic job by Brandon Whitworth, junior receiver, of picking up the 1st down.
They're making some explosive plays right now, wouldn't you say?
And they're not only that, but they're hurrying up to the line. Snap, oh, Torres wasn't ready for it. And all Zayden Garza can do is fall on it.
That looked like miscommunication there, don't you think?
Yeah, Torres wasn't even looking.
Yeah, the quarterback wasn't even set on that play, actually. He was looking over at the coach.
So with that snap getting by, ball all the way back down to the 27. They need to get to the 2 for a 1st down. So 2nd and 25. Fallon to get, not much.
Yeah, that inside zone is hard on 2nd and long. Maybe the coach was thinking that he could catch him off guard, maybe trying to prep the defense for a pass, but it didn't look too promising on that play because that nose guard stuffed.
Domus Ariala with the stop for Tivy. They had a 3rd and long before, but this is 3rd and really long. 3rd and 26. They need to get to San Antonio to make this 1st down. Fallon in the flat. Fallon has the 10. Fallon has Davenport's 1st touchdown of the night.
Great execution there. Awesome.
There is a penalty marker on the play.
It looks like it might be a defensive penalty. I don't know yet.
We await the official call.
Okay. We got an illegal block in the back on offense here. So that's going to bring him back.
Yeah.
Dang.
Well, Barrett Fallon already has 5 touchdowns. That would have been his 6th. He accounted for 5 in that victory against the Patriots last week, 4 on the ground, 1 through the air. What would have been number 6 wiped out because of a block in the back penalty. So 3rd down.
And long.
And really long. Need to get to North Star Mall at this rate to get the first down. Torres looking to his left, deep, looking for Scott, overthrew him. A lot of contact, but I think, Christian, the ref's going to say that that was uncatchable maybe. Yeah,
that play, that's hard because, you know, you have a receiver who's making an effort, but when the quarterback throws it out of the play, you can't really call a penalty on that. So good call by the ref there, actually.
So this is going to be a 41-yard field goal attempt for Ashton Mercer.
Big time play if he makes this kick.
Snap, hold, kick.
Nailed it.
Good.
That was a heck of a kick right there from 41, you said?
41 yards away.
41
Ashton
yards,
Mercer
wow.
Putting the Wolves on top. 3-0.
In most cases, you don't see a 41-yard field goal in high school level.
No. So, excellent point. You don't.
When you got a good kicker, you want to use them, though. They will definitely save you some games.
So, Christian, that's an interesting first drive because you take the great opening kickoff return by Caden Scott, and you're thinking, okay, Davenport's in business. But then a couple of 3rd and longs, and you're thinking, well, they might not even get an opportunity to get a field goal.
Right.
In the end, a 41-yard field goal. So a kind of ebb and flow already in that first series. Either way, though, it's the Wolves who end up with the lead after the first possession.
Yeah, and that's kind of what happens sometimes when you have some disciplinary issues, maybe with some blocking in the back that will put you back about another 15 yards. And you put yourself in a bind, but you know, if you can dig yourself out of that hole, it can really make a difference.
9:34 to go. And following the 3-pointer, Mercer set to kick us off. Tivy now getting its first opportunity with the football. This one returned from about a yard deep in the end zone. Across the 15, the 20. Not quite to the 20, but Josh Wheatfall, the defensive back, who moments ago broke up a pass with the return there.
Yeah, that play, he was just trying to probably get to the outside edge and maybe thought he could outrun Davenport, but it didn't look like that was happening when they filled the gap.
Antlers coming out, looking for, if not an equalizer, maybe to go ahead. Look for a couple of big play guys on their end, Guy Flores, Kyron Armelin, President Calamaco. Their quarterback is number 9, Colin Rose, shotgun with trips to his left. Fakes to give. There's the pass to the outside. Flores, we mentioned him just moments ago, lunging forward. Pick up a 5, maybe 6.
And that was an excellent pass, I like, by the quarterback. Quick, got it to the receiver right on target where he could catch it and make a play.
Like Davenport, Tivy moving quickly.
Ooh, good hit, too, by number 52 there. That would be
it's Colton
Pearson, yeah. He laid a good lick on him on that play.
Well, Pearson preventing any forward progress, so 3rd and 5. Rose, shotgun, again trips to his left. And slant, first down, and some more. A good look for President Calamaco.
Tivy's coming out with this hurry-up offense, too, which is really putting some pressure on that Davenport defense. So it's good to see that we're kind of keeping them on the toes, maybe, if you're on offense.
On 1st and 10, here's Rose coming toward us. Run out of bounds by Josh Johnson, the junior cornerback for the Wolves. They're going to give him 4. Ball at the 48. The 38 of Tivy. Whistles before the snap.
So it looks like maybe we have a... Okay, there we go. We're just getting set. That's all it was.
Weren't quite ready?
Yeah, I wasn't quite ready on that play. It's unfortunate that quarterback threw the ball a little out of the receiver's way. Couldn't make the screen pass work on that play. I think they were trying to set up a little quick pass to the screen on the outside on boundary side here, which is closer to Davenport's sideline, but that didn't really work out what they planned on doing. Oh, nice throw over the middle.
A huge play up the gut.
Huge. Number 8 was
Calamaco
wide open.
Again.
Calamaco was wide open on that play, too, up the seam. Wow, on that play, I didn't see any Davenport defender there at all.
And they hurry. Even on a big game like that, Tivy to the ball quickly.
Wow.
Couple of good moves, and Aiden Savala, junior running back, able to get to the outside, a pickup of 6, maybe 7. This Tivy offense is moving in a hurry.
They are definitely trying to keep Davenport ready, that's for sure. And we've got a flag, unfortunately. Here we go. See the call. I do like the tempo that the Tivy coach is really going. Like we talked about, if you're keeping that tempo offense, it really kind of sets the standard for a defense to go, hey, we need to be in this for the long haul because these guys are going to wear us down a lot.
Curtis Neal. In his first year as head coach for Tivy. David Jones. For so long, the head man for the Antlers. Chris Forcia, the offensive coordinator, doing a nice job, as Christian said, with the pace for these Antlers. 7:45 and counting. Rose rolling to his right. There's a screen. Savala across the 15 toward the 10. Out of bounds at right around the 11.
That's one of those plays where, as a coach, you do just kind of dream that it draws up perfectly, and it looked like Tivy had a play where he bootlegged out, and that guy was wide open, so made it work.
Importantly for the Antlers, it's a first down. They can get another here. 1st and 10 at the 11. Trips to the left. There's a pitch to Savala. Nice job of pursuit by Nolan Brown, and a loss on 1st and 10.
One of the things, too, that you got to keep a key on defense, and I would kind of add this, is if you've got a good pursuit angle and you can take the right approach and you've got some guys with the speed on the outside, you can definitely prevent a long busted play. So that was a good job by Davenport D.
Brown, the Sam linebacker, a junior for these Wolves. 2nd down and long, up the middle, another great tackle. This time it's Miles Jones. Miles, the will linebacker. So the backers for the Wolves waking up a bit here on.
Yeah, that second level is definitely filling the gaps here is what I'm seeing. So they're stepping up and making big time plays where the D-line's getting stuffed, and they're filling that gap.
3rd and 14. Chance for the Wolves defense to get off the field. Rose in trouble. Now looks into the end zone, touchdown.
Wide open. Number 8 found a way to find some space and get that touchdown for Tivy. Great job by the quarterback making the throw, too.
President Calamaco again, several big catches on this drive. Fitting that he caps it off with a score.
It's been a very explosive first 2 drives for these teams, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, absolutely. Jake Zirkle's extra point is good. Davenport opens with a field goal. Tivy answers with a touchdown. We're back after this on GVTC.
Life is yours to spend. Spend it thinking about the future. Spend it enjoying the moment. Spend it watching them grow. Spend it wishing they'd stop. Spend it believing in yourself. Spend it believing in something just a little bigger. First United Bank. Spend life wisely.
The Heidelberg Materials Surftex Quarry has been producing crushed stone since 1936. Our products are vital to our infrastructure and economy. We are committed to giving back and supporting our local community. As one of the largest employers and taxpayers in the area, we provide significant economic benefits to Garden Ridge and the surrounding communities. We are more than just a stone quarry. We provide a material to build the future.
Caden Scott and Barrett Fallon back to receive the kick as we welcome you back to Wolves Stadium. Entertaining first two drives along with Christian Hallam here. Hector Ledesma from Wolves Stadium, short pooch kick. Takes a bounce, got to be covered.
Picks it
at
up.
the 35 to 40, a good spin move coming across. And Gage Hunter doing a nice job of going from no man's land to a couple of positive yards there.
And looking like a true athlete there, making some spin moves, so I love it. Love to see the athleticism out of these kids.
Gage, a junior tight end. Wolves will start their second drive at their own 44. Both teams moving so quickly here, Christian, we really haven't had a chance to introduce you to both offenses outside of the skill people who've made the plays. Left tackle for the Wolves is Joseph Whitmer. Left guard is Luke Gaston. The center is Gabriel Cavazos. Right guard is Garrett Rose. Right tackle is Luke Lindley. Here's Fallon up the middle. That name you heard a bunch on the first drive.
Making some big-time plays. He's definitely stepping up right now, too.
Well, they initially had the second down, the 2 up on the play marker, quickly changed it to 1, give Fallon 10. That one incomplete. I think it's a miscommunication.
That, I would have to say that quarterback and receiver did not look on the same page. And from where we were standing and what I can understand is that quarterback obviously was thinking one thing and the receiver was thinking another.
Yeah, Tristan Torres looks like he threw to a spot and some miscommunication there. No one hit that spot is the problem. The receivers for the Wolves, Gage Hunter, Caden Scott, Brendan Whitworth. Here's Fallon bouncing it outside to the left. The move, and then
nice
now
run.
getting toward the sideline. Cross the 40 near the 30. Another first down for Barrett Fallon.
That's a good, tough run right there. Make it something out of nothing, you know? You get set up in a 2-by-1 formation with 2 receivers on one side on the left and another receiver on the right, trying to spread out the defense maybe a little bit, get a run up the middle, but he bounced it outside and made it happen.
182 yards on the ground for Fallon last week. He's going to break that today.
Big
the
run.
way he's going toward the end zone, give him 32 on that play. No, he stepped out of bounds.
They're calling him at the 2 or maybe the 1, right?
I think they're going to say he stepped out at the 10.
It looks like they're marking him out at the
Nobody, the folks sounding the horn didn't get the memo either.
They're marking him back at the 10.
Yep.
Thank you.
So first and goal, they're exactly at the 10. And Christian having to deal with the big Wolves flag up here obstructing his view. Playing through it, though. Fallon nothing there. That Tivy defense ready for it. Jackson Valentine in no mood to show Fallon some love on that play.
And it's one of those things with the flag in your face trying to watch it is just battling through adversity, as my old ball coach Larry Hill once said at Smithson Valley.
Larry Hill and those Smithson Valley Rangers taking part in what many would consider Game of the Year candidate early in that close loss to Brennan last night up at Gus Stadium. Here's Fallon, spin move inside the 5, brings up 3rd and goal from what's going to be either the 4 or the 3. The 4 it looks
there
like.
You go. So we got a 3rd and short here on the goal line. Their coach is probably thinking that he wants to run the ball, is what I'm assuming.
Torres shotgun, keeps over the middle, overthrown. He was looking for Gage Hunter.
Yeah, that time I think I misjudged. He was just trying to be a little too fancy, or maybe just thought that they were going to catch him off guard and tried to throw it over the middle and hit his tight end, but it didn't work out the way they wanted.
The Davenport offense still out there. 4th and goal from the 4. Ashton Mercer connected from 41 yards out on their first possession. Not out here now. The snap, the give, Fallon up the middle. Fallon lunges
Touchdown.
forward for 6.
That's one way to bounce back.
Well, when in doubt, give it to a kid who scored 28 touchdowns last year.
If you got a guy who can run the ball, run the ball.
Barrett Fallon averaged 142 yards per game a year ago.
Wow.
Pick it up right where he left off in 2025. Mercer's extra point, good. 3rd possession, 3rd score. 4:28 remaining in quarter number 1. Tivy 7, the Wolves 10. You're watching high school football right here on GVTC.
Welcome to the most honest commercial you've ever seen. Not the cleanest, just the most honest.
Today, we're fixing a home's foundation.
I mean, that is like the most common thing to see in the world.
Pretty common, yeah.
Right.
So it's the soil that's eroding away, causing those cavities, those voids that the foundation then wants to settle into.
And then you guys with your superhero capes show up and fix everything.
Yes, sir.
Foundation Support Specialist is now Groundworks. Book your free inspection today.
The Heidelberg Materials Surftex Quarry has been producing crushed stone since 1936. Our products are vital to our infrastructure and economy. We are committed to giving back and supporting our local community. As one of the largest employers and taxpayers in the area, we provide significant economic benefits to Garden Ridge and the surrounding communities. We are more than just a stone quarry. We provide a material to build the future.
Wolves Stadium in what's been a fantastic start on this second Friday night of the 2025 high school football season. Ashton Mercer set the kickoff for the second time.
Deep
that
kick,
went
too.
into the end zone. Oh, he brought it out. Okay.
Wow.
Stutter step, hesitated. Got to the 18, so -7 from where it would have been had he stayed, but a little surprised there, Christian. I saw him kind of think about it, and more often than not when somebody hesitates, they kind of err on the side of caution.
Right.
No, he brought it back out, and so at the, are they spotting at the 21? No, they're just about at the 18.
You don't want to
So
risk
at
an
the 18,
error in the
first
end
and
zone
10.
like that, that's for sure. You definitely don't want to risk that factor of losing more yards than what you're trying to gain. So he's just lucky to hopefully get close to the 20, but good job on his part.
Well, the way that Tivy offense moved the football on that first possession with relative ease, kind of get the sense that between the 18 and the 25 doesn't make that big a difference. We'll see, though.
We'll see, yeah.
How it turns out on this possession. Again, Colin Rose at quarterback, a senior signal caller. President Calamaco, number 8, his big play target, though the Tivy Antlers have several guys who can catch the ball.
Oh, man.
On the turf, picks it up, does Rose, in trouble, has to get rid of it. He does, out of bounds.
Wow. That looked like a bad snap from up here. And then the quarterback wasn't ready, and so he's just trying to make something happen and decided to throw it out of bounds to save the play.
Now, Christian, as a former quarterback yourself, I imagine there's not a whole lot of scenarios scarier than picking up a ball in your own end zone and seeing big old defensive linemen bearing down on you.
That's like looking at a grizzly bear, to compare it.
In this case, Wolves. Good defense. That one batted by Nolan Brown. It looks like he got a hand on it, went past his fingertips, so an opportunity to make the catch would have been a tough one, but incomplete now, 3rd and 10.
Got a tough situation here, man, but I hope these Tivy guys can shock and put some lightning in their offense. Let's make it happen.
At the 7, and a chance for the Wolves defense again to get off the field and maybe get some fantastic field position for their offense. Rose has plenty of time. He's going to air it out. Calamaco.
Wow.
Why not go in that direction? Single coverage.
And there was a lot of hands there, too, on that play.
There certainly was. Trayvon Singletary. Trevin, a young man who got meaningful reps on varsity last year for this Wolves defense. One-on-one with Calamaco, the young man who on that first possession for Tivy made numerous big plays, including the big touchdown. But on that play, Singletary winning the battle.
Yeah, I was surprised that there was no flag, but hey, you know, both of them were fighting with hands, so maybe the ref didn't want to throw it.
Yeah, the ref's kind of saying, well, you could call both, you could call neither. Let's go with calling neither. There is a marker on this play, though. Punt takes a Tivy bounce all the way settling in past the 35 of Davenport, but we'll see what the penalty is for down at right around the 11-yard line.
And one thing I've definitely know and have been taught and hopefully to share with viewers is special teams makes a big difference in football. And it's kind of one of those undertone things that most people take for granted. And if you don't really rep special teams, it's going to be a detriment to your team. So if you've got a good punter who can get good field position, your percentages help you on your defense tremendously. So that was a great punt. But let's see if Tivy can hold off or Davenport can score. Let's see what happens.
Well, excellent point, Christian, because I think especially by the casual football viewer, which, let's be honest, and there's nothing wrong with it, about 90% of football viewers are, and maybe that's a little low, 90, 95%, however you want to gauge it. Most of them will kind of dismiss special teams.
Yeah.
Punt. You punt it away, you kick it away, you kind of take it for granted. Meanwhile, this penalty will be enforced. We're going to step aside. When we come back, looks like Tivy is going to have to punt it again. 4th down. We're back after this on GVTC.
Are you sure you don't want to go to the movies, Abuela?
Mijo, I love you, but I prefer the classic movies. You go. Have a good time. What's this?
Just come with me.
Oh, my mijo.
Your choice, Abuela.
GVTC, connecting you.
GVTC and the fantastic folks at Wick Productions making this broadcast possible. Tivy and Davenport, the Antlers, having to punt again because of a false start penalty that was enforced. This one returnable at the 40, the 35. Big special teams tackle. Fantastic job by Josh Wheatfall, who's already made several plays tonight. A big one there because it looked like Brandon Whitworth had a chance at a good return.
He did, but Tivy came and they pursued really well. And those big-time plays, we have to break down and tackle. So for the casual viewer, you know, if it's one-on-one scenario, a lot of people think, well, let me hit him hard. But if you break down and make a good tackle and wrap him up, then that can save your team a lot.
Always been a big fan of the music they play here at Wolf Stadium. Little Dre, little Snoop, getting you ready for this new set of downs. On 1st and 10, coming right side, Barrett Fallon getting a breather. So that is Calais Solidum with his first carry of the ball game.
And he ran hard that play, for sure. Hit the outside on the 6-hole or the 8-hole and started making some yard progress. There you go, I love it.
Young man who carried 4 times for 31 yards a week ago. Meanwhile, Fallon back in the ball game.
Tivy defense stuffed it on that one for sure. They swarmed like a pack of antlers. Is that that's their mascot, right?
Yeah, Tivy Antlers. Now, with Fallon back in there, this sounded like a broken record. He gets a carry, he gets a first down. So picking up right where he left off in the previous 2 possessions. Here he is again up the middle. Fallon to his right. To the sideline. Barrett Fallon alone to bring down. They have to take him out of bounds to do it.
Well, it looks like Davenport keeps running the ball because if it's not broke, don't fix it, right?
Not too many teams have an answer for Barrett Fallon. So this, not an anomaly. 1st and goal from the 5. Guess who again? Dancing up inside, Barrett Fallon has another touchdown for the Davenport Wolves.
So it seems like the coach has figured out what works, and he's going to stick to it.
A 4-yard score on the previous possession, a 5-yard touchdown here for Barrett Fallon. And with 2:45 to go, Ashton Mercer on to make it a 17-7 ball game.
The kick is good. Well, we can't say without credit that these offensive line are working their tails off. And boy, I love to give those guys credit because they are making the run game happen for Davenport.
You look at what the Wolves are doing, Christian, and pretty simple, right? I mean, you've got the workhorse Barrett Fallon, 28 carries last week, 28 touchdowns a year ago, 5 touchdowns, 4 of them on the ground last week. A young man who's a walking 6. And so they're giving it to him early and often, especially with a young quarterback who's in his first season as a varsity signal caller.
And that's a huge, huge step up. So for sure, I got to love and have respect for these boys who have that immense pressure and playing time ability. So, but I'm looking forward to see how Tivy responds here, you know. Let's see what their offense can hopefully dice up, or their coach decides to keep that tempo, right? If he's going to keep that on this drive, because right now they're sitting behind. And you know, if I'm a coach, I'm thinking, hey, let's take a shot on this first play. So I'm wondering if their coach is going to take a shot on that first down.
They went the length of the field the first time they got the ball after Davenport had scored a field goal on its opening possession. But on their second drive, a 3-and-out that found them pinned deep in their end zone. Mercer with the kick.
Deep
Busy
kick.
leg here in the early going. That one going through the back of the end zone.
Josh let that one go for sure. No hesitation on that one.
He said, you know what, I'm not taking my chances on this one. I saw what happened the last time. Didn't quite get to the 25 after I thought about it for too long.
But it was a smart decision. I'll give him that.
Well, it's all about learning from your mistakes, right?
Right.
Don't do it again.
But let's see what Tivy does here, and if Davenport pulls up a stop. It's been a great game so far, folks. I mean, we've seen a huge explosive plays, good running offense from Davenport, some good electric, fast-paced offense from Tivy, so I'm loving it.
What's the bigger challenge? Is trying to evade this big old awesome Davenport flag that keeps wanting to get in front of you, or trying to evade big defensive linemen when you're trying to get a pass off?
I would say probably the collegiate level when I played college at Austin College was a little bit more intimidating than a flag. When you've got some guys who are, kind of under the radar Division I, but somehow they slip into Division III, and you're looking at a 6'4", 225 defensive lineman, or bigger. It's kind of intimidating from a 6 foot, 185 quarterback.
Evan Batts to carry there. They gave him 5. So on 2nd and 5 rows, there's Calamaco. Catch, spin.
Oh,
ball's loose.
Loses the ball.
And it's a live ball. And it's Davenport ball.
So that's an interesting case where if the receiver catches the ball, he has to take at least 3 steps and maintain possession. And it looks like it should be a fumble, but they're calling. Oh, there we go. Yep. So in that case, he had possession long enough to where when the ball was knocked out, they're going to call it a fumble. But if you catch it and you drop the ball, then they're going to call it incomplete.
I'm with you there, Christian. It looks like the officials were conferring among themselves as to whether that was incomplete or a fumble. Finally, after a couple of seconds worth there of discussion, saying, yep, Davenport football. So the first turnover of the game goes the way of the Wolves. And back on the field, Tristan Torres, Barrett Fallon, and this Davenport O's. Fallon.
Man, I really love what they're doing on offense, though, is keeping the tried and true. They're just sticking with the run game. So there you go.
I mean, Fallon we talked at length already. We're not even through the first quarter about how he carried it 28 times last week. At this rate, he's going to have 28 carries by the half, the way they're using him. Workhorse for these Wolves. Torres through the air, looking over for Gage Hunter. Incomplete, though.
That one, folks, is a little bit different because on the second down situation, maybe that coach is thinking, and I'm not him, but I would say that he's trying to take a shot to keep the defense on their toes and make them respect the pass game.
Coach J.D. Zimmerhansel, fantastic job here in his tenure with Davenport, getting this program up and running. Fallon fighting for first down yardage. He's going to be short, though, about 2 yards short. It'll bring up 4th and 2 from the 38.
On this situation, what are you thinking?
Davenport's going, I know that. I would have gone up 17-7. Torres, little pass. Don't know if he had to get rid of it. That's going to be close depending on the spot.
Looks like he might be short. The ref is about a yard short, it looks like.
Yeah, that's short. Based on the eye test, tells you that's Tivy football.
Oh, man. Most case scenarios on 4th and short, most teams are going to try to run or go QB sneak.
Officials aren't going to bother with the chains. First down, Kerrville Tivy.
And that time he decided to roll out and pass the ball. So maybe a little trickaroo, switcheroo.
So after Davenport comes up with a turnover, the Tivy D then forces its own turnover on a 4th down stop. And Rose back on the field with 1:30, trying to get his Antler offense going like it was humming there on that first drive.
Let's see what Tivy does here if they keep that electricity in their offense.
Quick snap, looking deep, miscommunication.
Oh.
Calamaco broke outside. Rose
on
over
that
the
play,
middle.
yeah, on that play, it was just a little bit of a bad throw too, where the quarterback it looked like he kind of released it bad at an angle, and it didn't quite get it where he wanted in the corner route here, which is heading towards the sideline. So receiver was wide open and had broken the ankles of the quarterback, or the cornerback is what we say.
Yeah, Calamaco looking back. Here he is again, out route, still on his feet, spinning back inside. President Calamaco.
Great athleticism on that play, too.
Oh, you called it. Another first down for the Antlers. Another first down, I should say, for Calamaco. He's had several of them. He just moves well.
He does. He looks so fluid.
He's very fluid.
He's the kind of athlete that you definitely want to have on your squad, that's for sure.
At the 48, penalty markers, as Rose was looking to get rid of it once again.
And that right there, my friend, that hurts. And I know coaches hate that, because when I was a coach, I know false starts or any penalties, those are simple errors that will add up to the end of the game. And at the end, usually the team that makes the most errors doesn't end up winning.
So it's cost them 5 yards here. 1st and 15. Clock running at under a minute. Rose rolling to his right. Cross midfield. Back to maybe the original line of scrimmage, maybe a yard beyond it.
That quarterback's got some speed to the edge, too. Once he turned around and outran that cornerback, I mean, he had the edge and he took off to the sideline. So props to him for making it happen.
Rose, shotgun in a hurry. There's a snap. They were looking to set up a screen.
Oh,
Davenport
interception.
read it perfectly. Daylight in front.
It's a pick six.
And no one is catching.
Wow.
Peyton Yankee. A pick six for number 6.
They tried the screen on that one, it looked like. And the screen is where the running back is getting into a spot where he has offensive linemen blocking in front of him. But in order to have that happen, the defense is left wide open on the defensive line. So quarterback's going to be under pressure. So then he tries to make a pressure throw, and next thing you know, the linebacker reads it just correctly and pick six.
Yankee, a young man who played significantly for these Wolves a year ago. Mercer, third extra point is good. He's also knocked through a field goal, and with 30 seconds remaining, the Davenport lead now 17 at 24-7.
Big time plays, that's for sure. Davenport is coming up with some explosive city today. They are definitely coming in to play ball.
And it looks like on Tivy's part, they're moving the ball. That really, aside from that second possession where they had the early penalty on that drive and it got them in a tough spot, they haven't had trouble picking up a first down here and a first down there. It's since that first drive, it's mistakes, big ones and little ones, you know,
right.
Fumble, penalties, another turnover, things along those lines, and it's really cost them tonight.
The simple errors, right? The simple errors, exactly what every coach doesn't want to mark on their board after.
So Mercer set to kick us off. Following that Yankee pick six.
There we go. My mic was, or my headphones were screaming in my ears on that one. Sorry, folks. Couldn't hear a thing, and it was hard to talk.
Mercer with the kick. No chance of that one being returned. And so no time coming off the clock as Tivy now comes out. A lot of offensive possessions in this first quarter. Going to be the case when you have so many scores.
Yeah, this looks like an offensive game for me, at least. We're looking at the score, 24-7. And Tivy's really got to just kind of put one on the board if they want to have a shot here in this quarter. So still first quarter, they got plenty of time, right? But if you're a coach, you're thinking, hey, this is a drive that we need to kind of put our foot on the board and let's go. Let's make a statement and get back on track.
Colin Rose, twins to his right. Hands to Aiden Zavala.
Great play to the outside by number 24 there.
Yeah, that's
Zavala,
Aiden.
yeah.
Yeah, and he he picked up. I'm seeing if they're going to, yep, they're moving the sticks.
I will say he's got good awareness. When the offensive line is doing a heck of a job making good blocking, he bounces it to the outside where there's nobody.
Exactly a pickup of 10. They're at the 35. Rose coming to his right, out of bounds. Guy Flores, the nearest receiver, but well beyond his reach to bring up 2nd and 10.
Now, hard throw, pressure throw, making an attempt on the run. As a quarterback, that's one of the hardest throws you can make, is when you got it on the pressure play and you're on the run. And he was throwing off his back foot too, which even makes it harder.
Back to pass again, this time in trouble. Rose eluding the pressure.
Oh, man.
Looking for Aiden Zavala, but behind him.
Yeah, he could have connected to Zavala there, and Zavala was open on an out route, or at least something breaking to the out. But if you're rolling out to that side, he's just got to make that throw. It looked like he underthrew him there, and it was behind.
3rd and 10. 10 seconds still remaining in quarter number 1.
3
Three
by
receivers,
one.
yep, to this left side.
Got a pass, there we go.
Galamaco caught, makes a move back toward the middle of the field, across midfield. Now he's got the outside.
He's got room to run and
President
speed.
Galamaco's got the 20.
There you go, and Davenport manages to stop him and pursue him down with a good angle of pursuit there in their defense. But great play by that receiver, man. Look, he is athletic. You know, he's been lighting it up all night tonight. So, you know, what would you do if you're the coach?
Presidential treatment in that first quarter for Galamaco. We're through 1 right here on GVTC. Davenport 24, Tivy 7. Second quarter on the way from Wolf Stadium.
From Blanco to Bulverde, Bernie to New Braunfels, GVTC Local Lens is your connection to Hill Country happenings. 24 hours a day, tune into GVTC Channel 16 for local high school sports, community events, and original programming. Brought to you with the power of GVTC. Tune in now for a unique view of your community through the GVTC Local Lens.
Gilman Automotive is San Antonio's #1 auto team. Choose from a stadium-sized selection of new and pre-owned vehicles. If you're looking for a Honda, Subaru, or Mitsubishi, see Gilman Honda, Gilman Subaru, or Gilman Mitsubishi. And best of all, they all come with the Gilman Promise. We promise you'll love your new car, or you can bring it back.
Gilman, it's the way to go.
Entertaining first half on GVTC that had, I don't know if I want to say it had just about everything, but it had an awful lot.
Practically, I mean, this is a football game that, I mean, one viewer could just watch and really have an awesome experience in the first half alone.
Both teams trading scores, with Tivy getting the better of that exchange to start. Since then, it's been the Wolves who settled in offensively and defensively, up by 17, although it is Tivy who's on the move here. Zavala,
they are in the red
6.
zone right now, so we're going to see what they can pull off here.
They sure are. Zavala again, after gaining 6 on the previous play, they'll give him 2 on this one. So 3rd and very manageable coming up for this Antler offense. We'll call it 3rd and 2 from right around the 7, maybe the 9.
Defense is trying to get set. Meanwhile, Tivy's got a fast offense pace again.
Rose
Tempo.
looking to his right, now looking left. There's Zavala.
Wide
Touchdown, Tivy.
Easy dump pass. Make the pass to one of your best players, and he scores.
Oh, but there's a flag on the field. And judging by Tivy's body language, it's on them.
That doesn't look too pleasant for Tivy, unfortunately. Oh, you hate that, especially if you're a coach who scored. I know that feeling, but hey, if you're on defense, you're loving it. You're celebrating that on defense, but if you're on offense, you're not happy.
Well, both teams have now had a touchdown called back. The Wolves have been able to overcome. Let's see what Tivy does here. 3rd and 8.
And we got a timeout on Davenport, it looks like.
Christian, let's play a scenario here.
Yes, sir.
I know you're all about preparation and kind of seeing different things coming and, you know, more of a chess player, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
Is this 4-down territory if you don't get it on 3rd down? Because I think on one side, it's, hey, let's just get the points, right?
Right.
On the other side, it's, well, we've got to do something to get, it's early, right? We've got forever to go in this ball game, but still a touchdown would go a long way in helping to change the complexion of this game. So what say you?
For sure. I would say that there's definitely different coaching philosophies out there, and at least the one that I've been raised to know and what I would share my knowledge with is this is a tricky situation and actually a smart timeout call by Davenport because you're wanted to see what offense is lining up, but offensively, Tivy's hoping to score here on this 3rd down because that puts him in a tough spot for the next drive, and you know, Davenport has a good chance to score the way they've been running the ball. So. This is kind of a key play where it might make or break the first half.
They're officially calling it 3rd and 7. They need to get to the 5 for a 1st down. Rose intercepted. What a pick! Crossed the 25, the 40, still on his feet. Finally brought down across midfield. Boston Hernandez. They do not get much prettier than that.
Wow. They are picking off the quarterback tonight like crazy.
Wow.
Perfectly read by the number 10 there. That was Brody Dale, or no, let's see, right?
Boston.
No, balls.
Boston Hernandez.
Yes, there we are.
It looked, Chris, in real time, it looked like he one-handed that and brought it in.
I was looking at the Tivy there, my bad.
Yeah, no, you're good. You're good, but it looked like he just grabbed it with one hand. And then before, usually it takes, yes, it's seconds, but you can still tell when somebody is hauling it in with just the one hand. Before you knew it, he was up the field.
Right,
it was instantaneous.
There. Yeah. Great athleticism, too, but this play right here, man, they just tried to be a little tricky and catch, hopefully, Tivy off guard on a misdirection play. Like the call, but the execution maybe didn't work out the way they wanted.
Solid in the carry. Loss of 1, 2nd down and 11.
Two backs for Davenport. Run up the middle.
The gift to Fallon.
That's right. Their coach has a lot of trust in that offensive line and run game right now, which is showing up on the statistics for this offense in Davenport.
Torres, screen, guess who? Fallon across the 30, 1st down.
Easy pass, great completion. Get the guy in some open space. Let your athletes do the work. You know, that's as a quarterback, you don't want to have to do most of the work. If you put the ball in the hands of your athletes on the field and your teammates, go let them make stuff happen.
Fake to Fallon here. There's the pass, complete. Gage, nice move, headed toward the 10. And Hunter brought down at exactly the 10-yard line. Another Davenport 1st down.
Great play, great read, quarterback, great throw, great catch. I can have nothing to say but compliments the offense. And let's see if Tivy can step it up here and hopefully, you know, get a stop here for them.
Fallon to the right. Past the first wave of Tivy defenders and into the end zone again.
Another hard run right there, man. He is pounding the rock.
His 3rd score of the night. This one from 10 yards away. And it's now a 23-point lead with the extra point to come.
Definitely a power moment right there for him because it shows his athleticism and his strength and speed.
Extra point for Mercer. True. Fallon's on pace to better the 5 touchdowns he had last week.
He keeps this up, he might be MVP. Who knows?
He scored from 4, 5, and now 10 yards away.
Yeah. Well, you know, you can't run that hard without a good offensive line. Like I said, again, just credit to them for working their tails off in the trenches. Because for folks who don't watch football a whole lot or maybe not understand, please shout out to those O-line. They work hard too. So, you know, and as a quarterback, they save your life. So understand that this kid is running hard, and props to Davenport. And hopefully Tivy can get something going for him. But, man, those kids are working their tails off in the trenches.
Went through that offensive line earlier, but worth, as Christian mentioned, several more mentions. Joseph Whitmer's the left tackle. Luke Gaston's the left guard. Gabriel Cavazos is the center. Garrett Rose, right guard. Luke Lindley is the right tackle. It's an experienced offensive line. Both Rose and Lindley on that right side are seniors. The left tackle, the all-important left tackle, Whitmer's also a senior. Cavazos a sophomore. Gaston at left guard is a junior. Ashton Mercer is the kicker. You already know that, though, if you've been with us from the beginning because of how often he's been on the field.
Tivy's going to take a knee on that one. There you go.
Yeah, smart.
Well, in most cases now with football and the way it's been working with rules, and you know, every year the rules are kind of changing
yeah,
too.
That's true.
So you always want to play safe, and one thing our staff was big on when I was a coach is statistics. So statistics played a key role when we added up our errors and the amount of times that we were receiving the ball, you know, or getting it out of the 20-yard line on a kickoff. So all that plays a big factor, but, you know, for the average viewer, just understand that smart football is playing safe at the same time. I know it sounds contradicting, but you want to make sure that you have the ball in your possession most of the time.
See what the Antlers have dialed up here. Again, as we mentioned in the first quarter, moving the football has not been their issue. Ain Savala the get, but right there to greet him, and the ball's loose again.
Another fumble. That's another critical error on Tivy's offense.
Davenport football. If I'm counting correctly, that's turnover number 4.
That is far too much that a coach would be comfortable with.
We've still got 9:16 remaining in the second quarter.
Wow. And that was on the first play of the drive, folks. Wow.
Credit Colton Pearson with the tackle and the strip.
And that sets up Davenport beautifully inside their red zone, inside the 20 here, to hopefully for them to score.
They're at the 15. Torres with Fallon to his right. Torres keeps across the 10, had a lane to right around the 9.
And you know, I'm really surprised here inside the red zone too for a defensive coach. Maybe they weren't as stacked as I was hoping them to be, so Davenport keeps running the football.
Torres rushing for 29 yards on 4 carries last week. The give to Zayden Garza.
We have a helmet off and some shoving around. Got a little bit of energy down there, don't you say?
Just a little bit. As Garza makes his way for a yard, maybe 2, depending on the spot. They're going to call it 3rd and 3.
Anthony Sanchez had to come out with his helmet coming off on that play.
So Sanchez no longer in the ball game. They have Zayden Garza split out wide. He's actually in the slot. Caden Scott is out wide here to our side. Torres, Fallon, bouncing it outside. Barrett fighting his way. One of the few times, though, that a Tivy defender was able to win a one-on-one matchup with Barrett Fallon tonight.
Yeah, and he broke a couple tackles there too, guys. So that's impressive. When you got a guy already in the mid-second quarter who's been running the ball all night, and he still has plenty of energy and strength to get past multiple defenders.
And even at that, Christian, I say that maybe Barrett Fallon lost that one-on-one battle. He still got a first down.
But still shows the toughness because he got right back up, that's for sure. And credit to that Tivy defender for making a good clean lick and a clean tackle.
At the 4, Fallon again.
Touchdown.
Fallon, a 4th score of the night.
Wow, that is That is something. When you're getting all the touchdowns with one player in a night, you bet that coaching staff that prepped all week is going to be happy.
Boy, Barrett Fallon having himself a night for a second straight week. 5 touchdowns last week. He's already got 4 in the first half. Extra point for Mercer's good. Davenport 38-7 over Tivy.
So it looks like so far, I mean, what we've seen is just that Davenport maybe outplanned or outprepared and outdisciplined Tivy a little bit for the scores. That's what's showing right now. But Tivy can for sure turn it around. We could see a ball game in the second half if they get some things changed. Still plenty of time, 7:40 left, but I would definitely say that those coaches at Davenport are probably very happy with how they prepped this week in their planning.
We're back after this right here on GVTC. Barrett Fallon and the Davenport Wolves putting on a show in front of the home faithful. 38-7. We've still got 7:40 remaining on the first half clock. Kickoff takes a bounce, taking it right around the 10, across the 15 toward the sideline.
Special teams kickoff. You got to break down and make that tackle when you're one-on-one, but he just got outmaneuvered on that one.
Brody Dale, the kick return.
But hey, props to Tivy, man. They got good field position right here. Hopefully to let's get something going. If you're Tivy, you're thinking, let's put a play on the board to get us a touchdown. And you know, maybe it's a fast drive where they go first down after first down or a broken play. But you're really hoping to get on the board here because you have 7 minutes and 34 seconds left this second quarter. And if you don't go into that halftime without another touchdown, you're going to be in a bind for the next half.
Well, because of how often Tivy throws the ball, it's been a long first half. Approaching an hour in real time, and we've still got 7:34 remaining on the clock in period number 2. At the 31 is where the Antlers will start this drive.
And it looks like they're coming to line up in much tighter formation, or at least on the boundary side here. So, oh, never mind. We still got a 2-by-1.
Had a lot of 3 receiver sets in the first quarter.
Yeah, we had a 3-by-1. Now we've got some 2-by-1. So we have definitely seen a lot of spread offense football. And from a defensive standpoint, you know, most of these teams are running a 3-4. So that does give the ability to have more backers fill the gaps.
Stephen Collier with his first touch of the night. Picks up 5. Ball at the 36 on second down.
Little motion there to the boundary side. We're trying to throw it up top, but we've got some whistles to stop the play there. So it's real interesting because every time they've had something go for them, and even on first plays, they have a good chance and they've got great field position, but they make some critical errors that are just costing them to move back.
Well, false start. Brings them back to the original line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 from the 31. Mentioned the 3 receiver sets. They do have trips to Colin Rose's left.
And you like this boundary side coverage for sure, which is where he's going.
Galamaco
up the middle.
At the 50, there's another spin move. He likes that spin move. He does it well.
Wow, sometimes it works out where you read a play and you call it as a former quarterbacking coach because they were thinking throw it to the 1 receiver side, and that's what you got to do. If he's your athlete, let's make it happen.
Again, deep again for Galamaco, this time too long.
Just a little overthrown there. receiver was unable to get it, but he tried really hard. He's definitely making an impact on the Tivy offense.
Easily their biggest play guy tonight, and you get the sense their big play guy just about every night.
And that's 2 plays in a row that they've attempted to go for him. So
at the 49 of Davenport, the keep, Rose coming toward us, cuts it up, has the 40 then across it. That's going to be near a first down.
And a good a swarm of Wolves there, or a pack of Wolves, there you go. A pack of Wolves to meet the quarterback down there for sure. Good hard run though, got the Tivy offense a first down. So great run by the quarterback. And we're looking at a timeout now, it looks like.
Well, I think the officials might, I'm wondering if they're going to call an official timeout. Trevin Singletary. Oh, no, what they're saying is.
They're measuring, yeah.
Well, I was saying Trevin Singletary was kind of grabbing at one of his ankles, lower legs, and I thought maybe they had already blown the whistle.
And I
what
apologize,
they're saying, though,
yeah.
no, you're good. Well, what they're saying now, though, is because they had already put the first down marker up, they're now saying it's 3rd and 1 as opposed to a first down. That's what the whistle was for. But that wasn't obvious right away.
That's what I thought. At least the ball placement from up here. Sometimes it's hard to see when you're on top of the press box.
And with a big old flag in front of you.
That's my challenge for the night. This is my defense right here.
On 3rd and 1, they give.
And they get stuffed by a pack of Wolves for sure. Linebackers fill the gaps, and defensive line breaks up the offensive line.
It went to Collier again. Got his first touch just a little while ago. This one not nearly as successful as that 5-yard gain. 4th down, they're going. Officially 4th and 1. Let's call it a long one. Rose keeps going left. Doesn't have it at this point.
Ooh.
And he doesn't have it, period.
They tried the speed option on that play, it looked like, where the running back goes to the side and the quarterback either keeps it or pitches it. Gives them an option to hopefully make a good judgment call, but quarterback kept it. Unfortunately, he didn't get it for the Tivy Antlers over there. So, that's a risky call too, but you're down 38-7. You might as well go for it, right?
Right. I mean, it makes all the sense in the world right there. I asked you earlier, what do you do in this situation? This one more of a no-brainer.
Yeah, and
especially given where you are on the field too.
And you can't get mad because that was a good decision to give the quarterback options. So if if you look at the quarterback and you say, well, he made the wrong decision or he shouldn't have run it, well, he has the choice to pitch it to that running back, and he didn't like that pitch call with the defender in the way.
Fallon crossed the 45 to 50. Barrett Fallon's in the open field after a couple of moves. Fallon nearly had touchdown number 5.
Wow. He outran a few tackles, broke a safety tackle, and managed to get down to the 1. But it looks like we have a player injured on the field. Tivy, which number is that? Let me can't tell from up here.
Yeah, tough to tell from this angle. A 58-yard run for Fallon.
Man, on the first play right out, too. Bam. What a way to set the tone.
Josh Wheatfall, the injured Antler. And Josh, a big play guy for these Antlers, made some big plays in the early going of this one, as trainers and staff now tend to Josh Wheatfall. We're going to step aside. When we come back, the Wolves knocking on the door of another score. We're back after this.
Life is yours to spend. Spend it apart. Spend it together. Spend a little now. Spend a lot later. Spend it fearlessly. Spend it faithfully. First United Bank. Spend life wisely.
GVTC, our high school football game of the week. All Davenport here through this first half. 1st and goal. Throw, that's Tristan Torres' first touchdown pass of the night, and it goes to Caden Scott.
There you go. Great pass. I mean, I love that zip on the ball, as we call it as a quarterback, where you've got some velocity behind it. And number 18 getting his first touchdown for tonight. Love it. Give some love to the other receivers as well.
Scott, 8 catches, 95 yards in the season opener. Ashton Mercer continuing his first half workout. Extra point is good.
Extra point is good. Wolves 45, Tivy 7.
Well, do you think here that Tivy might be breaking down on these one-play drives?
I mean, it's been impressive to watch Barrett Fallon. You know, this is a Tivy program that traditionally enjoys success. Their defense is year in and year out pretty salty. And for Barrett Fallon to be doing what he's doing, and oh, by the way, coming off what he did last week against San Antonio Veterans Memorial, and if you're not familiar with Vets Memorial down in San Antonio, yes, a relatively new school in that Judson ISD, but usually they've got some good athletes. And so for Barrett Fallon to get 5 against them, he's got 4 tonight, had a 58-yard run that set up that 2-yard pass from Torres to Scott. Another impressive outing in what that young man and the Davenport offensive line has been able to do.
Right, and those coaches, man, like I said, preparation is key. So one thing I would add in and say is they probably have prepared long, hard hours, and they spend countless hours at night away from their families making sure that this play is going to be perfect and it's going to have the right blocking or the right defense, and they're allowing their offense to explode tonight.
Ashton Mercer, yet another kickoff. And yet another touchback.
Result of the kick is a touchback.
From the get-go, this one had all the makings of we're in for a back and forth. This was going to be fun to watch all the way through, and it has been fun, although if you're Tivy, you're not having a whole lot of fun right now.
Probably not. You probably don't want to look over at that scoreboard, but hey, you know what? You're still in the fight. Don't give up, right? If you're Tivy, I'm thinking, hey, look, we've got some halftime adjustments to really make in order to put an impact on the field. This, you know, like you said, this could have been a battle of turnover city where it's just a game of turnovers. But we're looking at some disciplinary issues on Tivy's side, and Davenport's been executing very well tonight.
Meanwhile, another give to Collier. He's had some good gains as he entered the game, and you wonder if he is in as a change of pace or maybe trying to replace Aiden Savala. Speaking of, that is Aiden who's back in there, 24, not 44, I believe, on that carry.
Man, they are just trying to get something going, and Davenport is packing. The Wolf is packing to the ball. So, yeah.
And that was Aiden Savala. First down yardage, 1st and 10. Here he is again around left side. Not a whole lot there. Colton Pearson leading a Wolves defense that also includes Brody Vestal at that nose tackle, Hayden Turner at the other ends. Linebackers Nolan Brown, Peyton Yankee who had the big pick 6, Miles Jones, and Tate Broadus. Broadus, a big returner from a year ago. Very productive for these Wolves on D last season. Rose over the middle.
Oh, almost had it too. It looked like from my angle maybe just led the pass a little too much on the receiver number 1 there with Evan Bates. But hey, you know, you're hoping to get something, guys. So Tivy was trying to run the ball, try to open up the passing game a little bit, and that one shot just didn't connect.
Yeah, wondering if maybe one of his receivers ran his route. They were a little too much to the inside. You had 2 targets pretty much in the same vicinity. That one intended for Kyron Armelin, who on the previous play was by Bats, bunched up there near midfield on the incomplete pass. And on 4th and 10, 4th and 9, almost the same difference, the Tivy punt unit back on the field.
Yeah, and in that case, you know, that was a one-on-one scenario for the receiver here on the far side of the field, which means that you have the most space. And they tried to just throw a fade ball up to him and hope for the best, I think, and didn't connect, a little overthrown. And we have a fumble on the punter. Wow, another error there.
And the Wolves yet again with fantastic field position.
Wow,
In the early going, it was the smaller mistakes that were really biting Tivy. Penalties, things along those lines.
And more fumbles now.
Yeah,
so.
over this last quarter, it's really been the big mistakes. Turnover after turnover after turnover, followed by essentially a turnover because you got a bad snap there on a punt.
You know, you could chess a football game out all you want, and that is the goal, to game plan, and you know, as we call as coaches, to set your team up for success. But you know, it really boils down to those errors. Like I said, if you're making more errors than the other team, you're probably not going to win or have a good chance at it.
At the 25, Torres keeps to the 10, the 5. Tristan Torres into the end zone, his first rushing touchdown of the night. Torres and the Wolves continuing to run away from the Kerrville Tivy Antlers. Oh, they're bringing that one back. I didn't see a flag.
I don't see a flag either, actually. That's what I'm looking for. And even the Davenport coaches over here, we're watching, are arguing with the sideline judge a little bit. I've been there a time or two. You're questioning the call, saying, hey, who threw the flag? What's going on?
Yeah, I picked it up in a hurry.
Yeah, yeah, I threw it, you know, that little switcheroo, I guess.
They're at the 30 now following the loss of 5, so 1st and 15. The rate at which this Wolves O has been going, it's only a matter of time before they get back into the end zone. Fallon outside, bullying his way inside the 20.
He's got some toughness there, definitely running through some defenders for sure. He's still running hard in the second half with 2 minutes to go, but Tivy's defense is hoping to make a stop here inside the red zone.
That brings us to the 2-minute warning. Going to find myself saying this often throughout the early part of this season. If you haven't watched a whole lot of high school football, yes, there is a 2-minute warning now. So think the pros forever, college the last couple of years. When the clock hits 2 minutes in the second and fourth quarters, stoppage of play, timeout.
Yeah, and even college is changing too now with some of the rules and in the game on a yearly basis, like we were talking about earlier. So as a coach, you've always got to be on the upper hand, or at least be informed of what's going on, so that you can kind of best coach your team per se. Because if it changes yearly, you know, I mean, not drastically, but we always want to be on, you know, be on the seat of the throne where we know what's going on.
Our products are vital to our infrastructure and economy. We are committed.
Proud to bring you this game right here on GVTC. Wick Productions, fine staff working game in and game out throughout not only Comal ISD but Greater San Antonio. Eric Mays, our replay guru tonight. Michael Libby directing.
All right, well, 2nd and 1 for Davenport.
As the Davenport offense
still coming out in a spread offense, 3-by-1.
Back on the field with exactly 2 minutes. They put 3 seconds back on the clock. Here's Fallon up the gut. That's touchdown number 5.
You know, since 1990, Buyer Plumbing has served our area with service you can trust.
Oh. They definitely are running the ball, and they just keep running it. And a couple throws here and there, but man, when you prepare like that, and you've got great blocking, great athleticism by your athletes, it's hard to stop a team like that that's well prepared.
Extra point through for Ashton Mercer.
Extra point is good.
That easily Fallon's longest score of the night. Previously, getting in from 4, 5, 10, and 4 yards out. That one, 25.
Man, what a night for some of these Davenport players, too.
Second straight week that Barrett Fallon has scored 5 touchdowns. The difference is tonight, number 5 comes with 150 to go in the first half.
I mean, that's something you play on video games with, right?
Right.
Like NCAA or Madden. This is like video game statistics for him. Oh, man.
Had the opportunity to do several Davenport games a year ago, and he was special last year. Barrett Fallon, along with Daniel Sokup, the quarterback, Dante Singletary, receiver, really giving the Wolves a three-headed monster on offense to go along with several other guys who could really light it up. Sokup and Singletary now gone. Fallon, as you would say, the lone amigo of the three who's returning. And boy, is he really shined through these first 6 quarters of 2025.
Number 2 there, Guy Flores, is returning. Definitely made the right call, taking a knee.
150 remaining. I'm sorry, go right ahead.
No, right ahead.
Was just going to say that with 150, Tivy now, this may sound silly, but at this point, you're hoping that no more mistakes come before you head to the locker room.
That's exactly right. I mean, as a coach, like I said, it's a knife to the chest right now. So 52-7, you know, you've got to clean up some errors that are made and hopefully have a game plan change that will prove to be working.
Avon Savala around the left side. Tackle made by Nolan Brown.
And right now, if you're thinking, hey, why are we not passing it on that first play and taking a shot? Well, they're passing it now to try and take a shot. And that's exactly what the coach is doing, is setting up the play on a run to still make Davenport respect it, you know?
Well, they were looking for Kieran Armelin. And that familiar howl coming through the Davenport loudspeaker
on a
big down. 3rd and 8. Rose looking for Kalamako, try to one-hand it, could not.
Could not pull that in, that was an off-balance throw by the quarterback for them, while Davenport D-line was rushing to make him feel a lot of pressure on that play.
Josh Johnson with the coverage. And not only has Tivy gone 3 and out multiple times tonight, they've gone 3 and out and have taken like just 30 seconds off the clock in doing so.
Right, and not a lot of time. So you're giving Davenport a lot of time to work the field on offense. Oh,
that's a live ball.
And that's live. Oh, Tivy, does Tivy have it?
Yes, Tivy does recover, but they're going to stop the progress right there at the 44.
Wow, he didn't go down, which was interesting, but the Davenport, who was that to return? Number 2?
Guy Flores is 2 for Tivy.
For number 2 for Davenport, I think, right?
Back to receive, that was Brendan Whitworth.
Yes. He had touched the ball and made contact, but then lost it. And Tivy came out with it in their possession and almost looked like they were going to go score.
Yeah.
Change, you know, game switch right there. There you go. Momentum change.
Would have easily been their best opportunity since one of those big President Kalamako plays early in the first quarter. Rose up top again toward that sideline.
Wow. A lot of hands from the defender there, and maybe not a call, but the receiver made a great effort on trying to push away and create some space for the quarterback to throw it into the pocket. So
going to Armelin again. Well, just about everything for this Tivy offense has been down the field. And I say that as Rose keeps and gains just a couple. But it looks like really, or at least the appearance is that Tivy has tried to be very vertical here in this first half.
And they're a lot slower paced here for sure than they were in that first couple drives.
3rd and 9, under a minute to go. Rose has to get rid of it in Kalamako's direction, out of bounds.
Yeah, there's a lot of things happening here in one play.
That's going to give the Antlers a new set of downs, as you heard. So bailed out on this possession.
Give Tivy offense another chance here to score with 49 seconds. And if they put it on the board, then maybe there's a momentum shift come second half.
Ball at the 28. Rose over the middle. There's Calamaco trying to one-hand it again. No, not Calamaco. It's Guy Flores. Thought I saw an 8. It's a 2. My apologies.
Little overthrown behind him a little bit. A little over the top, actually, but, you know, can't be too hard on that one. It's quarterback's getting a lot of pressure from that Davenport defensive line.
Still 44 seconds remaining here before the intermission.
Plenty of time if you're still a coach. I know it seems like not a lot of time, folks, but 44 seconds, anything can happen.
Rose over the middle.
Just like
complete, and a touchdown for Tivy. Evan Batts, 28 yards.
Sometimes you speak it into existence. And right there, Tivy just threw it right over the middle. And boy, was that receiver, they split the defenders, the safeties, and he was wide open. Great pass, and they score and get back on the board. So Tivy hopes to keep things alive this second half after this, don't you think?
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly what you needed. You're not going to get everything back in one play. So inch by inch, here's the first one. Extra point true as well.
And we got another flag on the play on this extra point.
For Colin Rose, his second touchdown pass of the night. Had one to President Calamaco in the first that actually put Tivy on top 7-3.
On the offense, two men in the backfield, number 72. 5-yard penalty, replay, the try.
And again, they're showing the replay on the board. Just a great play call by the Tivy offensive coordinator and coaches on their staff, reading the defense and splitting the defenders. I mean, nobody was there, wide open. Almost blocked by Davenport. Oh, and it hits the top crossbar and falls down and no good. Man, that's unfortunate.
A costly penalty. They had the extra point.
Holy moly, we are watching a game that just, you know, Tivy has one good thing going, and then next thing that happens is not so good.
This is where if you're Tivy, the expression, "It's been that kind of a night," comes out of your mouth. Right, because even when you do something good, and they did something spectacular right now, and being able to capitalize on the Davenport penalty to get the touchdown and get the 6, even when they're able to put it in the end zone, can't quite get all 7. So 52-13 our score with 37.2 officially on the clock.
Out the kick for the Tivy is 19. Jake.
Well, I'll tell you what do you think Davenport's going to do here on the offense after this kickoff?
Well, you know, Coach J.D. Zimmer, Hansel, he plays to win.
That's right.
I know that sounds kind of funny and cliche. It's like, well, who doesn't play to win, right?
Right.
But he's not afraid of being aggressive.
And I will say there are some coaches out there who I've observed and coached against who keep their foot on the gas, as we call it. And they keep calling their normal offense, but some coaches let off and start playing it conservative.
Jake Circle, short kick, taken by Gage Hunter at the 25 across the 30. Hunter brought down to right around the 32. And that's where the Wolves will take over with just 30 ticks left before both teams head into the locker room.
We'll see if they play it safe here and maybe take a knee. That would be my indicator if you're up 52-13. But again, you know, not every coach has their own philosophy, so maybe they just might run the ball and try to give the kids some more playing time. So either way, you're benefiting the kids by either keeping them safe or allowing them to play it out and get some more yards.
Torres shotgun, Fallon to his right. Fallon, excuse me, to his right. Give up the middle. Zane Garza bouncing it outside. Zane Garza with a big gain on first down.
Man.
And they're into Tivy territory. They still got 21 seconds to play with.
These are the one-play drives that I was talking about where you're getting first down on first down. There is no second and third when you're getting first down on first down.
Wolves with 2 timeouts left, in case you're wondering. Complete to Caden Scott at the 35.
A little bit of a low throw there and a great catch by number 18 on Davenport, but looks like we've got they're moving it back here.
Well, the officials officially said no
down.
catch on that.
Yeah, no catch. Okay.
They did rule it a completion to begin with.
That's what I saw first. Yeah.
But then the judge over here came over and said no, incomplete.
Yeah. I mean, great reads by on the defense for a 3-4 setup and a too high look, right? We're throwing the ball where it needs to go.
Torres airing it out down the sideline, too long.
And again, you know, they're just trying to take some shots and maybe get some other kids some playing time, right? Yeah. That might be the case. Some people get upset when you're throwing the ball here, and it may not seem logical, but if you're thinking like a coach, you would say, hey, try to get these kids the ball too, or maybe just have some fun out there, right? You're up, so have some fun.
Gage Hunter, the intended target.
Wide open. Close to the sideline, though. Can't really make much of it.
Brendan Whitworth the catch here.
Steps out of bounds. We're now at the, looks like the 38 and 4th down. So, you know, you kind of got 4 seconds. What do you do?
Final play.
What do you do here, Coach?
Torres looking over. Has the instructions. Try to execute the play. Low snap.
Low snap.
Torres just going to kneel on it.
Smart. That was a very smart play by the quarterback. Just keep it safe.
Tristan Torres, Barrett Fallon, the Davenport Wolves, with a first half that saw them turn what looked to be a close game early on into a 52-13 advantage here at the half. We're back with halftime right here on GVTC. The Wolves leading Tivy big. We're back after this.
You know, everyone's lifestyle inside is all connected through Wi-Fi. Your IoT devices, your TV, the streamers, the gamers. And we in Texas, we love being out in the backyard. We love extending, I think, what we do inside to the outside. Whether it's grilling, whether it's swimming, hanging out at night, listening to music, the outdoor Wi-Fi product really extends that Wi-Fi in your lifestyle to the outdoors. We think about connecting products like your security cameras that you can get through GVTC. Talk about your smart lights, your smart speakers. It's the she shed outside, right? For all the women who love to do projects outside, just the same as a workshop. Wherever you want to connect your Wi-Fi, it really is taking the best of the indoor premium Wi-Fi and extending it outdoors into whatever lifestyle that you have.
I want options for growth at my job.
Anderson Columbia builds roads to success.
I'm a leader and want to help inspire others.
What we do is a team sport, needing your best every day.
I want to enjoy my career. Working here is a real blast.
Anderson Columbia protects the environment while fostering progress.
Consider Anderson Columbia when building your future.
Are you a senior this year?
Are you sure you don't want to go to the movies, Abuela?
Mijo, I love you, but I prefer the classic movies. You go, have a good time. What's this?
Just come with me.
Oh, ay, mijo.
Your choice, abuela.
GVTC, connecting you.
Gavin, appreciate you joining us again. I'm Chris Cooley. We're here from the GVTC Foundation, and we want to talk to you about the scholarship you applied for with us, the CTE, the Career and Technical Education Scholarship. Does that ring a bell?
Yes, sir.
Where did you find out about this scholarship from? How did you hear about it?
Actually, one of my friends texted it to me just because they knew I participated in the CTEs.
Well, let me tell you, that is a very good friend, because we're here to tell you you have won the 2025 GVTC Foundation $7,500 CTE scholarship. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right. How are y'all doing today?
Good.
I think.
Well, sorry to call you down to the office. This is Chris Cooley, and we're here with the GVTC Foundation. We wanted to talk to you about the Ola Armstrong Scholarship that you applied for. Does that ring a bell?
Yes, sir.
I'm sure you've applied for quite a few, right? There's a lot of scholarships out there, but we're here to tell you that you are the recipient of the 2025 $15,000 Ola Armstrong Scholarship from the GVTC Foundation. Congratulations to you.
I couldn't be more proud. Thank you so much.
Well, hello, Riley. This is Chris Cooley here from the GVTC Foundation. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing well. Well, sorry to catch you on the road.
No, you're good.
We looks like you're in trouble here. There's a lot of people here, but we've got some questions about your application. This is regarding our GVTC Foundation Richie T. Sorrells Scholarship.
Yes, sir.
Does that ring a bell?
Yes, sir, it does.
I'm sure you filled out a lot of applications. We see you're on the road. I know you're coming back from a school trip, so we'll jump right to it and tell you congratulations. You are the recipient of the 2025 GVTC Foundation $25,000 Richie T. Sorrells Scholarship. Congratulations.
Oh my gosh.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. I was not expecting this.
Well, I plan on going into graphic design at Texas State University, and hopefully afterwards being able to use that in my own career experience and hopefully start a business or work through a business, learning on that.
Well, I just want to start by saying thank you to the GVTC Foundation again for giving me this opportunity. It'll go a long way in helping pay for college by covering just a chunk of my first semester or more. I'm planning to do something with math, not quite sure yet, but perhaps actuarial science, and this will definitely help further my education in that. So thank you very much again.
So this is going to go towards my education at Texas A&M University. I plan to major in animal science and pursue a career in veterinary medicine, whether that be through working in a vet clinic or product development and research. It's been a passion of mine for many, many years, and I plan to pursue that further in the future. I want to say thank y'all so much for all that y'all do to support youth development in our community. It means so much to me and countless other youth, and it really encourages youth in our community, whether that by acknowledging their leadership, community service, and hard work. So I just want to say thank you for everything that y'all do to support youth in our community. It means so much to me and countless others.
Congratulations to all of you, to the students and to your parents as well. It's a big day for y'all, but it's also a really big day for all of us. As Richie mentioned, this is who we are. So I think for us, you know, what we do in the community and investing in the students, to have a day like this, to be able to come and see the faces, and see, and I know the people that get to award these, they get to see the real surprises when you guys go, which is great. I think they video that so we can see it too. But it's just a great day for all of us. And so glad y'all are here to all celebrate this together.
Since 1990, Buyer Plumbing has served our area with service you can trust.
We're family owned and operated with a licensed, loyal staff.
You can count on our work for years to come.
You can trust family-owned and operated Buyer Plumbing to do the job right. Right now, save $300 off any water heater or water softener system. Plus 0% financing for 18 months.
Just for the Buyer Boys!
Life is yours to spend. Spend it thinking about the future. Spend it enjoying the moment. Spend it watching them grow. Spend it wishing they'd stop. Spend it believing in yourself. Spend it believing in something just a little bigger. First United Bank. Spend life wisely. Life is yours to spend. Spend it apart. Spend it together. Spend a little now. Spend a lot later. Spend it fearlessly. Spend it faithfully. First United Bank. Spend life wisely.
Gilman Automotive is San Antonio's #1 auto team. Choose from a stadium-sized selection of new and pre-owned vehicles. If you're looking for a Honda, Subaru, or Mitsubishi, see Gilman Honda, Gilman Subaru, or Gilman Mitsubishi. And best of all, they all come with the Gilman Promise. We promise you'll love your new car, or you can bring it back.
Gilman, it's the way to go.
Welcome to the most honest commercial you've ever seen. Not the cleanest, just the most honest.
Today, we're fixing a home's foundation.
I mean, that is like the most common thing to see in the world.
Pretty common, yeah.
Right.
So it's the soil that's eroding away, causing those cavities, those voids that the foundation then wants to settle into.
And then you guys with your superhero capes show up and fix everything.
Yes, sir.
Foundation Support Specialist is now Groundworks. Book your free inspection today.
From Blanco to Bulverde, Bernie to New Braunfels, GVTC Local Lens is your connection to Hill Country happenings. 24 hours a day, tune into GVTC Channel 16 for local high school sports, community events, and original programming. Brought to you with the power of GVTC. Tune in now for a unique view of your community through the GVTC Local Lens.
The Heidelberg Materials Surftex Quarry has been producing crushed stone since 1936. Our products are vital to our infrastructure and economy. We are committed to giving back and supporting our local community. As one of the largest employers and taxpayers in the area, we provide significant economic benefits to Garden Ridge and the surrounding communities. We are more than just a stone quarry. We provide a material to build the future.
You know, everyone's lifestyle inside is all connected through Wi-Fi. Your IoT devices, your TV, the streamers, the gamers. And we in Texas, we love being out in the backyard. We love extending, I think, what we do inside to the outside. Whether it's grilling, whether it's swimming, hanging out at night, listening to music, the outdoor Wi-Fi product really extends that Wi-Fi in your lifestyle to the outdoors. We think about connecting products like your security cameras that you can get through GVTC. Talk about your smart lights, your smart speakers. It's the she shed outside, right? For all the women who love to do projects outside, just the same as a workshop. Wherever you want to connect your Wi-Fi, it really is taking the best of the indoor premium Wi-Fi and extending it outdoors into whatever lifestyle that you have.
I want options for growth at my job.
Anderson Columbia builds roads to success.
I'm a leader and want to help inspire others.
What we do is a team sport, needing your best every day.
I want to enjoy my career.
Working here is a real blast.
Anderson Columbia protects the environment while fostering progress.
Consider Anderson Columbia when building your future.
Are you a senior this year?
Are you sure you don't want to go to the movies, Abuela?
Mijo, I love you, but I prefer the classic movies. You go, have a good time. What's this?
Just come with me.
Oh, ay, mijo.
Your choice, Abuela.
GVTC, connecting you.
Gavin, appreciate you joining us again. I'm Chris Cooley. We're here from the GVTC Foundation, and we wanted to talk to you about the scholarship you applied for with us, the CTE, the Career and Technical Education Scholarship. Does that ring a bell?
Yes, sir.
Where did you find out about this scholarship from? How did you hear about it?
Actually, one of my friends texted it to me just because they knew I participated in the CTEs.
Well, let me tell you, that is a very good friend because we're here to tell you you have won the 2025 GVTC Foundation $7,500 CTE scholarship. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right. How are y'all doing today?
Good.
I think.
Well, sorry to call you down to the office. This is Chris Cooley, and we're here with the GVTC Foundation. We wanted to talk to you about the Ola Armstrong Scholarship that you applied for. Does that ring a bell?
Yes, sir.
I'm sure you've applied for quite a few, right? There's a lot of scholarships out there, but we're here to tell you that
The Davenport Marching Band and their Spirit Group set to perform at halftime of our game right here on GVTC. It's a game the Wolves lead 52-13 over Kerrville Tivy. And so with that, we'll let you look in and listen in on the performance by the Davenport Band and their Spirit Groups.
Your Diamond Social Officers are Annabelle Scott and Sismai Victorine. Social President is Sienna Welty. Your Diamond Dance Officers are Second Lieutenant Emily Laraway, Sophia Ortiz, Emery Weinman, and Sophia Pant. First Lieutenant is Alana Stanford. And your Diamond's Captain is Alexi Lennon. Diamond Dancer of the Week is Sayla Reinhardt. The Diamonds are under the direction of Sarah Gentry. The Diamonds would like to thank their headliner sponsors, J. Sapia Consulting, Kinderhouse Pediatrics, and Bush's Chicken, as well as their showstopper sponsor, the Club at Garden Ridge. Tonight, they are performing a field jazz routine to Any Way You Want It. Tonight, the Wolf Band wears green bandanas in honor of the lives lost in the Hill Country floods this summer. To our friends at Tivy, we may be different schools, but we are joined by our love of music and marching band. Davenport and Tivy are Texas strong. Tonight, we are one band. The Wolf Band recognizes members of the community who have gone above and beyond with their support with the title of Honorary Drum Major. Tonight's Honorary Drum Major is Principal Angela Looney. Since arriving in June 2024, Principal Looney has been a steadfast supporter of all things Wolf Band. Her steady presence and dedication to Davenport High School embodies what it means to back the pack. Thank you, Ms. Looney. The Wolf Band is under the field direction of drum majors Matthew Deslitz, Natalie Drickta, Carter Elza, and Sadie Hernandez. Woodwind captain is Hayden Humphrey. Brass captain is Caleb Adkins. Drumline captain is Benjamin King. Front ensemble captain is Ashley Leone. Color guard captains are Yanni Garcia Cole and Adea Levitt. And now for our members of the week. The section of the week is the clarinet section. Freshman band members of the week are Anthony Pantonia and Gabriel Medina Figueroa. Percussionist of the week is Nate Van Duzen. Band members of the week are Stephen Irving and Andreas Salinas. Student leadership team member of the week is Peyton Hernandez and Xavier Wood. Color guard rookie of the week is Ella Balon. And color guard member of the week is Tavi New. This evening, the Wolf Band would like to perform the first two parts from their 2025 show entitled Wanderlust. Baritone soloists are Milton Amaya and Xavier Wolf. Now presenting the Wolf Band's 2025 show entitled Wanderlust.
And looking in on the Davenport High School Marching Band and their spirit groups, young men and women who work very hard throughout the summer leading up to the school year, and then once the year gets underway, put on these performances, not only here, but later on in competition as well. When we come back, second half action between the Wolves and the Tivy Antlers from Kerrville. 52-13, Davenport in control as Tivy makes its way onto the field. Second half kickoff on the way.
Welcome to the most honest commercial you've ever seen. Not the cleanest, just the most honest.
Today, we're fixing a home's foundation.
I mean, that is like the most common thing to see in the world.
Pretty common, yeah.
Right.
So it's the soil that's eroding away, causing those cavities, those voids that the foundation then wants to settle into.
And then you guys with your superhero capes show up and fix everything.
Yes, sir.
Foundation Support Specialist is now Groundworks. Book your free inspection today.
Life is yours to spend. Spend it thinking about the future. Spend it enjoying the moment. Spend it watching them grow. Spend it wishing they'd stop. Spend it believing in yourself. Spend it believing in something just a little bigger. First United Bank. Spend life wisely.
GVTC High School Football Game of the Week. Christian Hallam alongside Hector Ledesma on a night in which the Davenport Wolves put together a wonderful first half to take a 52-13 lead into the locker room. Started early and often for Davenport. A familiar refrain was Barrett Fallon touchdown. 5 of them for the returning senior for the Wolves. The Davenport defense, also very good. Tivy had its moments early, but for the most part, it was Davenport who hung tough, causing turnovers, big fourth down stops, and in the end, that Wolves defense just too much for the Tivy Antlers as they now get set to kick things off. Ashton Mercer very, very busy in that first half. Boots this one to right around the 1. That's where to be taken as we start the third quarter, the 15-20, across to 23.
That'd be
and
Josh Wheatfall, right?
That's a good sign, Christian, because Josh Wheatfall was the young man who was on the turf in the first half.
That's right.
And he has re-entered the ball game, so a very good sign.
Well,
there
we're
is
about
Josh
to see
Wheatfall.
if we're about to see here if Tivy probably is going to keep their ones in and put together a drive. So maybe their coach is hoping that they can connect with Calamaco. You think?
Yeah. I mean, that's who the big play guy was in the first half. Had a big gain that got him into Davenport territory on their first offensive possession. Then scored to cap that first drive. Since then, though, all Davenport until the very end of the first half, and when the Antlers were able to get into the end zone to make this a 52-13 game.
Well, right now we got some chatterboxes down there with the refs and the coaches of the Davenport staff. So what's going on? I don't know. All right, I guess we're resetting. Here we go.
Evan bats that touchdown right before the intermission. That's the last score to this point. Calamaco down the sideline over his head.
One-on-one matchup right there. That's, again, that's what you want. If you're Tivy, you're trying to go to your best player. And first play, they tried to make it happen, but throw just didn't connect, and receiver didn't really run the route maybe correctly. I don't know, but that's what I'm observing. So.
Colin Rose, the quarterback for the Antlers. Despite a tough first half, he did throw 2 touchdowns in those first 24 minutes. Aiden Zavala.
Good pitch. A nice outside run with some speed there for sure.
Zavala forced out of bounds at the 32, maybe the 33. There's the howl, meaning it's 3rd down.
3rd and short, what are we thinking? We're probably going to pass the ball here, even if we're down, but we're going to take a run for this quarterback speed option up the middle. Nice.
Rose needed 4, I'm sorry. Rose needed 4, got across the 30 to the 29.
Ooh, it looks like they might be flirting with, there we go, we got it. Thought they were going to flirt with that 1st down line, but hey, they got it.
New set of downs, much needed for an Antler squad trying to fight its way back into this ball game.
Man, they just didn't get it there. I saw what Tivy was trying to do is motion. They were trying to motion number 8 there. That'd be Calamaco, and get him the ball and some space to the wide side of the field and get some extra blockers. But Davenport was ready and read it correctly and just swarmed there.
You mentioned a little while ago just finding ways to get the ball into Calamaco's hands. That pass again intended for him.
Calamaco, yeah.
So they threw the pass to him on the first play of the second half, then gave it to him on a handoff, and now looking for him on a slant.
Yeah, and that coach right there, I'll tell you guys, he's trying really hard to get the ball in the hands of Calamaco, like we've mentioned, but he's just trying different plays, outside sweep, right? We're throwing one-on-one deep. We're going to throw across the middle to Calamaco, right? Every way he is trying to get the hands or the ball into the hands of his best player right now.
Curtis Neal in his first year as Tivy's head coach. 3rd and 10, incomplete.
And a big hit there on the defense, Davenport. I think that was number 10, right? That'd be Boston Hernandez. Yeah, he had a good low hit and managed to stop that pass from being caught.
They were looking for Guy Flores. And so with that, the punting unit on the field for Tivy.
Got the punt off. Tivy was able to punt it and get it off, but it's coming back this way, which is unfortunate with field position, because now you're setting up Davenport to be inside their field zone here, inside the 50.
Took a Wolves bounce before Hayden Foster killed it at would it be the 47-yard line of Tivy. So once again, the Wolves with outstanding field position. In case you're wondering, yes, the ones out there to start this ball game, it's a 39-point game. Davenport looking to build off a season-opening win against Veterans Memorial
and give it
from
to
last
Fallon.
week. Barrett Fallon picking up right where he left off in the first half.
They just keep feeding him the ball, and he keeps proving to have some success, you know? Again, that is the if it ain't broke, don't fix it terminology. Man, that offensive line, though, like I mentioned earlier in the first half, they are opening up some field position for their backs.
It's a gain of 37 for Fallon. The keep for Torres, then he gives it to Fallon, takes a shot, does Barrett.
Big hit from number 12 there. That'd be Carter Diaz on Tivy, right? Good stop to keep him from progressing any further, but they're still inching by inch, or they're still going to probably inch by inch gain some yards if they're not careful.
12 on 12 crime. Second and goal at the 8. Again to give. Fallon bouncing it outside toward the near sideline.
So they're just trying to create some space there one-on-one. You know, give the ball to the running back, give him some space on the outside zone, and let him do his thing.
Tomas Ariola, the ball carrier, or the tackle, I should say, as Fallon tried to get in for his 5th touchdown.
Right. Let's see if he can punch it in again, and let's see if they feed him the ball.
3rd and goal at the 4. Torres keeps.
Stuffed by Tivy defense there. Linebackers rallied really well on that play. they read the quarterback keeper, probably was set on a QB spy, but defensive coordinator's got to find a way to make a stop here in this short yardage situation.
At the one, they're going on 4th down. Fallon. Ooh! He did get in.
Wow.
Well, he got rocked, but he paid the price for getting 6.
That was a huge hit by Tivy's defense as well. Looked like 2 defenders there just both collided and stood like a wall, wouldn't you say?
Yeah. Yeah, I think you might be right.
And running into a brick wall is not fun, but if you put 6 points on the board, you might want to smile after.
Ashton Mercer boots it through. And just 3.5 minutes into the second half, Davenport adds to its lead. 59-13. And a week after scoring 5 touchdowns, Barrett Fallon has 6.
And you wonder here if Tivy can get something going good and keep it consistent. That's the hardest part again for any football team is when you're having a rough day, you just got to make sure to find something good and capitalize on it.
Well, they had the touchdown there late in the second half.
So, yeah, that's correct, yeah.
But
with the missed field goal as well after that.
Yeah, they missed on the PAT, and so momentum here to start the second half. They got the ball first, but the Wolves D able to force them off the field before turning it over.
Deep kick, easily out of bounds out of the back of the end zone. Gives no chance for Tivy to come out of the kickoff there and make something happen.
Both these squads 1-0 coming into tonight's ball game. While Davenport beat Veterans Memorial.
That was a good game last week from what I heard.
Got him 51-13.
Davenport is seeming to improve every year, and from what I know, I have a lot of respect for the coaches and the staff and the way they prepare their boys. Similar to how Smithson Valley has kind of handled things for years from what I heard. But, you know, they're creating their own program and doing a great job at keeping discipline with their team.
Meanwhile, Tivy beat Del Rio 41-20. Pickup of 2. Go ahead, Christian.
No, I was going to say, Tivy's historically, like you said, they've had a good history. So sometimes games end up like this where, you know, you start making a lot of mistakes and one good football team is struggling.
Aiden Savala near the 35, so it'll bring up 3rd and 2. Of course, Tivy, the alma mater of Johnny Manziel, former Antler and then A&M great.
Quarterback keeper doesn't look like it's going to make it. He tries to get to the outside on that one, but man, number 14 there, that was Nolan Brown, it looked like, linebacker. Or did I say that right? Yeah, number 14. He has some speed, man.
Yeah, Nolan can move. Big part of what this Davenport D looks to do so well this season. So,
well, you're 4th down here, and they're trying to quick punt it just to get some yardage out of that and set themselves up for a better defense.
That one, unlike the previous punt, that one takes a bit of a Tivy bounce.
Better bounce for their for their defense on that one for sure. So, as I kind of mentioned in the first half, you know, those special teams are really key. So if you've got a chance to make a field goal in range, Davenport did early, right, with a 41-yarder.
Yes.
And that kind of set the tone, really, I think, personally. But if you have a good special team squad on kickoff return, punt return, and PATs or / field goals, that really helps your squad out a lot, man. The statistics will be in your favor.
And now reserves getting some playing time for the Wolves, although Zayden Garza, who is a starter, gets the handoff there, but the new quarterback is number 1, Brady Eggleston.
They're giving some time to number 31 now. That'd be Keel Solidum.
Yes, he's in there spelling Fallon.
So he's relieving Fallon right now. Let's see.
Eggleston keeping on 2nd down.
Still got some physical football out there too. You know, this deep into the game, you're having some guys that maybe have some injuries, unfortunately, like this Tivy defender number 40. I'm trying to see his number, 42, 47. Can't see from this angle necessarily very well, unfortunately.
It's Braden Borowski, senior defensive lineman, who is on the turf. And then on our side, Brady Eggleston just entered the ball game, appears to be a little shaken up. We'll keep an eye on Brady.
Huh. Do hope that Braden is all right, though.
Yeah, Barkowski making his way off the field under his own power, so that a good sign.
That's a good sign, yeah. You don't want any of your players to ever get fully injured where they have to completely step off the field permanently. That is a coach, is one of the worst feelings.
At the 45, 3rd and 6, as the Wolves now give some playing time to a couple of their reserves. Game in hand at 59-13. Eggleston spinning now to his left. Floats it, looking for Brendan Whitworth. Brendan, a receiver who starts, so a couple of the skill guys outside of Fallon and quarterback Tristan Torres still out there on that drive. Starting skill guys for the Wolves.
Yeah, that became a scramble drill real quick. And in practice, I know at least when we were coaching and playing at my time, we practiced that a couple times. And when all hell breaks loose or something like that, you got to prepare for the worst. So scramble out. Hopefully you can find a receiver who's open, and they just couldn't connect on that play.
I believe this is Ashton Mercer's first punt of the night. They run into him. There's a penalty on the field. We'll see, because it's 4th and 6.
Right.
So we'll see as the ball dies at the 5.
And that was a great punt, by the way.
Fantastic punt.
Inside the 5 is a check mark on a coach's box for sure. Great field position for their team.
It's a 5-yard penalty, so it's 4th and 1. I think in another scenario, if you're Coach J.D. Zimmerhansel, maybe you think about going at this spot on the field. But up 59-13, I think if Tivy's going to make you kick it again, you probably just kick again. If the Antlers say, no, we're good, then you play on.
Yeah, and like I said, there's different coaching philosophies, so who knows? He could try to go for it and just keep the ball and run the clock out and be a clock manager. And you can hope that you get that first down and take away as much time so that they don't have an opportunity to score. Or you could just play it safe and hand the ball back over and punt it.
You know what's interesting is Tivy appeared to have declined that penalty. I'm wondering if they made that decision because they're thinking if we take it and they have 4th and 1,
they'll go for
they're
it.
liable to go for it.
And they're probably going to get it and run down the clock.
Because this is not great field position.
No.
So So you'd want to make Davenport kick it again normally.
Yep. Which is exactly why I know what that coach is thinking is, hey, we need all the time we can get.
Well, the Wolves put in some of their reserves in, namely in their offensive backfield. The starters, including the quarterback Rose, are back out there for the Antlers. Quick screen pass outside to Guy Flores. Another one of their starters, Guy
Flores with some speed there on the outside for sure. Little quick screen pass turned into roughly a 8-yard gain.
Forced out of bounds. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Another screen pass.
Now the other side, incomplete.
Couldn't connect that time, but man, they're changing their pace of tempo on offense for Tivy, trying to make something happen with these short, quick passes.
This is how they started the game.
Right, with some tempo. I love it. Love to see it. And if it works, then hey, they found something that works.
3rd and 3 is what the scoreboard says. It said 3rd, 2nd, and 2 a little while ago. So correcting the scoreboard, Guy Flores, another screen, worked on the other side. This time, not so much. And they keep the clock running.
And a lot of defenders of the pack of Wolves to surround the ball, right? Quick to it. That helps on defense, too, if you're a coach.
So a 4th down situation. And on 4th and 3 from deep in their own territory, Tivy again forced into a punting situation. Now the clock's running, and I'm wondering if they're thinking, we're going to run this all the way to 1 and take the timeout. Well, they took the timeout with 3 seconds to go.
Change of strategy, you think? Might be a case where the coach is just trying to get rid of time. Hopefully hoping that they're not going to get runned up on their score after this drive.
Well, we mentioned the Tivy coaching staff a little while ago. For Davenport, on Coach J.D. Zimmerhansel's staff, Josh Smith, Josh Thompson, Brandon Davis, Stephen Davis, Adolf Rojas, Dustin Fish, Abel Alcantar, Robert Watson, Chris Pappas, Ryan Tinney, Dennis Schluter, and Ray Ivy.
Yeah.
That's the coaching staff for the Wolves. Tivy back on the field after its first timeout of the second half, so they have the 2 remaining.
Here they are with their quick punt again. Ball tumbles.
Ser Zapata, their punter, and this one taking a generous Tivy bounce. But again, it's the Wolves who'll start with good field position at the Tivy 44.
Yeah, if you're a coach up in the press box, if you don't like what you see, then sometimes you like to run down the clock to give it a chance to develop a little more too. So I don't know, you know, if I was on that staff, I'd love to be a fly on the wall, just kind of see what all they're saying in a situation like now and how to fix something. So
Brady Eggleston, the backup quarterback, again in for a second series. The snap, the give up the middle. Solidum.
Muscled down too by number 11 there. That'd be Terrence Davis, the linebacker for Tivy.
Ball at the 39. Let's call it a 2nd and 5. Game clock goes near 3 minutes. Again, Solidum, this time met in the backfield.
So now it looks like we maybe have a coaching adjustment happen during halftime, or their defense sees something with the spread on offense on Davenport, and Tivy's saying, hey, we're going to start stuffing the box now and sending our backers up the middle.
Tomas Arriola in on that stop. 3rd and 7 is what awaits the Wolves offense. They've got twins to our side, a single receiver up top. Eggleston hands, Solidum again, short of the first down. Now, this is kind of no man's land, Christian, so you could feasibly go for this without it being a run-it-up type situation, right?
Yeah, I mean, this is a situation where 4th and short, and you're inside, the Tivy's territory. So, you can run down the clock here because you're winning and you're up a lot. So if you're a coach, Zimmer Hansel, you're probably thinking, hey, there's no harm, no foul going for it here.
At the 38, it's 4th and 4. Eggleston, Solidum, they keep the first down. Past the 25, still on his feet to the 20.
And you give your boys another shot to have another drive and have fun out there too. It's always fun to see your boys having fun that you coach.
Solidum, not a whole lot of carries because of the outstanding work that Barrett Fallon puts in and week out, going back to last year. Carry again here on 1st and 10, cuts it up. Another gain near first down yardage.
That is an outside zone play, right, where we get a lead blocker in from the tackle and guard, and we try to get the outside edge. But hey, Davenport is managing to put together their running offense tonight for sure.
Solidum, 31 yards on 4 carries last week. Getting some more run tonight. 1st and goal at the 9. Here he is, coming right toward the end zone, and Solidum gets in for 6 of his own.
Strong run, great blocking. Again, Davenport continues to excel in the run game. And even in that case before on that 4th down, if you don't make it, I mean, again, it's not the end of the world for Davenport. So they luckily got the first down on that run play. But if you don't make it, then hey, it's still up by a few touchdowns.
8 on the play clock as the Wolves special teams, the kicking unit gets set. Extra point for Mercer. Up and through.
Good. To me, it looked like Tivy had a chance, too, to put an end to their drive in the very beginning. The way that their defense was attacking the gaps a lot better. But I guess Davenport had a response on offense and saw something where there was a weakness and ran there.
Well, the Wolves reserves picking up right where the starters left off. And want to get your assessment here, Christian. As we look at essentially 3 full quarters as we come up on the start of the 4th year pretty soon. Your thoughts here on Davenport. It's a team that lost a lot of talent from last year,
right,
including quarterback Daniel Sokup, who was so instrumental to their success and long playoff runs. And so far, including last week's win against San Antonio Veterans Memorial, but specifically what we've seen tonight, good showing by the Wolves.
Great showing. And my further assessment would just be say my hat's off to the coaches and the staff over at Davenport, and to the players as well who stepped up into the positions to fill, right? When you think that you've lost a guy, there's always the next man up. And if that next man up can step up to the challenge and do what he's told, and the coaches coach very well and hard, then you can have a solid football team. So that's what it looks like tonight for Davenport for sure. They have a good squad of guys who just are willing to do what it takes. And there's a lot of long, hard hours put in through the summer of training for sure to build a squad before season. That's something that a lot of people don't know. They think that first week of football is when you kind of build your character, but I say it happens all the way back in spring and summer, because you're in those long hours in the weight room and even in the film room, just studying and learning and lifting weights with your guys and the squad.
With the touchback, Tivy at the 25, 36 seconds remain in the third quarter. Handoff up the middle. Gain of 3. And what, unless Tivy wants to run another play, could have been the last action of the third quarter, excuse me, and it won't be. The Antlers do get off another play. Rose rolling to his left. Lofts it, incomplete.
He thought he was trying to make something happen there, and nobody was open. Davenport had they came prepared for their defense on that pass protection. And a too high look for sure.
Third and 7. What's interesting here, if this is a quick incompletion, we could see a punt here in the fourth quarter.
Oh, and fatal mistake potentially.
That's a live ball.
That is a live ball. As long as the quarterback's arm is going back, or if he throws it down going backwards, it's still a live ball, correct?
It's a live ball.
Yeah,
and that's how quarter number 3 comes to an end. When we come back right here on GVTC, the Wolves up by 53 in position to knock in another one. We're back after this from Wolf Stadium.
From Blanco to Bulverde, Bernie to New Braunfels, GVTC Local Lens is your connection to Hill Country happenings. 24 hours a day, tune into GVTC Channel 16 for local high school sports, community events, and original programming, brought to you with the power of GVTC. Tune in now for a unique view of your community through the GVTC Local Lens.
Are you sure you don't want to go to the movies, Abuela?
Mijo, I love you, but I prefer the classic movies. You go, have a good time. What's this?
Just come with me.
Oh, my mijo.
Your choice, Abuela.
GVTC, connecting you.
Start of the fourth quarter, and the Davenport Wolves looking to add to an already big lead. No, a punt. Excuse me.
Wow.
I think they're going to say that that was an incomplete pass, or maybe intentional grounding and a loss of down, and that's why they were punting to start the fourth quarter.
Well, it did look like a...
I looked up, and before I knew it, I saw Tivy punting as opposed to Davenport on offense.
I think it was fourth down, if I'm mistaken. That's what I saw on the marker on the far side of the field.
Well, yeah, but I'm trying to think, was that third down the play right before that we thought was a fumble?
I guess so. I lost count there.
It must have been, right?
I must have been.
Huh. And then they called grounding an incomplete pass, but grounding, so loss of down.
I guess that's what have had to happen, because there's I had lost count and thought it was a third down as well, that they just lost. They had lost to some progression there. Tivy is still struggling to stop that run game here.
Yeah, Eggleston keeping. And he's getting some good snaps.
Eggleston's getting a chance to show off his ability tonight, too.
Junior quarterback.
They've got the second squad in, it looks like, on offense.
Another give, this time to the left side.
And one thing to note is these guys are just as important as the starters, because here's my question. What happens if one of your starters happens to get hurt?
Yeah.
Right? The next man up, right? So the next player's got to play just as well. And
go ahead, I'm sorry.
I was just going to say that these guys are, important and crucial to the development of each program.
No doubt. Carter Page getting his first carry on the previous play. He's number 28, so he's in on the action now. The refs wind the clock, and so you see Davenport in absolutely no hurry to snap this thing.
Why would you be?
Right, exactly. Give, coming right side. Same young man with a second straight opportunity. Again, it's Page.
Page ran pretty tough there on the edge for a power. Puts him in a 3rd down situation here in about 5. Or 3rd and 6. Again, the coaches are in no rush to speed up that clock, guys. They are up 66-13.
Page got 3 carries last week for 15 yards. Here's a completion in the slot. Nice job of picking up a 1st down. Caden Doman, his first reception of the night.
Gavin Whelan was there to pick him up and kind of throw him down. Oh, still a physical football game, even with the score, which is fun. That's what I love about football. It's always a physical sport.
At the 21 for 1st and 10. Keeping is Eggleston. Incomplete.
Tries to make something happen there and gets surrounded by some defenders. So what do you do as a quarterback naturally when you have about 4 guys around you? Well, you find the first guy who's the most wide open in front of you. I mean, it's backyard football at that point. I mean, it's plain and simple.
Well, whichever brand of football they played tonight, backyard, more discipline, kept it on the run, defense, it's been all working for Davenport tonight.
And coaches are making some great calls. Zimmer Hansel and his squad, credit, like I said, hats off to those guys in the box who are seeing things that they like, and they are attacking the weakness very well.
Carter Page again. Mentioned 3 carries last week. That his 3rd carry tonight. Has the Wolves in position to score again. Stop there defensively, though, for Braden Honeycutt.
Yeah, well, you're bound to see more of a tight, or what we call a bunched up defense, where they're going to play more close in red zone, obviously, and tend to blitz more. So it's meant to stop the run on these kind of plays.
1st and goal at the 9, it looks like.
And they get absolutely surrounded by a bunch of Antler defenders. So the defensive coach on their side is definitely trying to make some calls to put their defense in a better position by blitzing those linebackers on the outside gaps to keep them from getting the edge there.
2nd and goal from the 8. Following the gain of a yard. Again, it's Eggleston and shotgun. Carter Page to his left. Page gets it, coming right. Ball's loose, but the whistle's blew first.
I think he was already down by the time the ball came out.
Page with the carry.
The Wolves scored 51 last week, on the verge of adding to the 66 they've scored tonight. Eggleston.
Good pull. Good pull right there. For the audience and viewers, that right there is what we call a good decision on the read option. So the quarterback is able to read a defender, which the defensive end was the defender there. And when that defensive end closes the gap and chooses to pick the running back, he pulls it away and takes it hopefully to the touchdown, what he was hoping. But then the linebacker was out, or the safety was there to stop it.
Fourth and goal, the Wolves offense gonna go. Under 6 minutes, we go. Slants, broken up.
Dang. That would be Jacob Lopez.
Well, Lopez wanted the pick, but it's the same difference.
Good read by Jacob there, for sure. Little RPO action on the offense, and RPO, all that stands for is run pass option. So it gives the quarterback a chance, instead of running the ball when he fakes with the tailback, he can pull it and throw to a receiver if he wants. But Tivy and Jacob made a great read there, seeing that, and he stayed disciplined in his coverage.
Tivy taking over at the 4. .549 remaining in a game that Davenport has dominated since early in the first quarter. Not from the get-go, not from kickoff, but from early on.
Number 44 on the carry, taken down by Packers.
And they are just trying to grab any sort of yardage they can there on that play by running the ball, especially when they're backed up, right?
Of course, this is a Tivy program that comes in off a very, very tough center for the community, all of us here in Greater San Antonio and beyond. Hit very, very hard with the reality of the devastating floods that ripped through Kerr County, more than 100 losing their lives, including several children. The state, since passing several laws, and as a matter of fact, today Governor Greg Abbott signing House Bill 1 and Senate Bill 1, which among other measures make it mandatory now for camps to have plans that are approved at the state level. You can't have cabins along that flood line area anymore. You need ladders for those cabins to be able to get to the rooftop in case of emergency. And so several measures now enacted with the law signed today, or to be enacted very soon, in the wake of what devastated this community, the Kerr County community and beyond, as Kerrville.
Yeah.
Tivy here punts it away.
And a good bounce for Tivy's punter there.
Down at the 48, that's where Davenport will take over. The Antlers giving some reps to another quarterback there on that previous possession. So Colin Rose and those starters fighting valiantly, Christian, throughout, but just too much Davenport. And this one of those games where you often hear teams say, boy, they just came at you with, they just hit you with a 1-2, and before you knew it, things got out of control.
Yeah.
This was a tsunami tonight that the Wolves threw at the Antlers. Every time that Tivy tried to stop the momentum, Davenport just kept coming and coming and coming, and you look up and it's 66-13.
Yeah, yeah. Credit, like I said, it could be one of the answers. Could be the planning, where if the coach, you know, the coaches on the staff of Davenport may have planned for one play, and if once that fails, they have another failure cap in place to run another play that's going to work, and they just keep. They have a whole selection of plays. I mean, it's a fun day for the offensive coordinator for sure when he gets to call every play in the book and it works.
And having Barrett Fallon kind of gives you that luxury as well, right? He aids those plays working. Davenport on 2nd and 7, couple more. You know, the Wolves with 3:18 and counting on this clock, hoping this is the last possession of the ball game.
They can run down the clock here and time manage if they really want to. And that's something that strategically would be smart for coaches and for viewers to watch out there is time management is one of the key players of a football game. If you can hold on to the ball for the longest period, then you have control of it.
On 3rd and 5, another run, Tivy having none of it. Jeremiah Wright, senior, making a play, big senior, making a play to bring up 4th down in the punting unit coming on the field for the Wolves.
And like we talked about earlier, Tivy's offense came out fast tempo at the beginning of the game, and it looked like they had some success out of it. So their objective there was a little bit different, rather than slow the pace of the game and try to control it. That objective, in my understanding, would probably be to catch the defense off guard and try to capitalize on big plays.
Mercer back for what I believe is his second punt of the night. Low liner, but had to get it away.
Yeah, that one came up pretty short there. Looked like it maybe came wrong off of his foot. I don't know. Yeah, nice spiral to it.
It did. Would have been a pretty throw.
Yeah, it's as good as the throw right there on the 4th down, you know. We'll call that an incomplete pass.
Speaking of backyard football, it's 4th down, so you threw it.
Yeah.
Right, so you threw it long, taking the place of a punt.
Oh, man.
The 35-yard line is where Tivy takes over.
You got to have fun talking about the little things, man. It makes life a whole lot more enjoyable.
We alluded to the new quarterback. That's Brody Dale. He's out there again. Brody just a sophomore. So with Colin Rose, the starting signal caller, a senior, very much looks like Brody is the young man of the future. Stoppage of play. I'm not quite sure who called the timeout, but as I look over, Tivy's got all 3 of its timeouts, so I guess was that a Davenport timeout? Must have been.
It says timeouts left for Tivy is 2. That's what I'm picking up.
Yes, I got my numbers crossed. You're right. That must have been a Tivy timeout because they've got the 2, not Davenport. The Wolves have all 3 of theirs. My apologies.
And they're just trying to strategize right there. That's all that was really is. Even though it's late 4th quarter, they wanted to see how Davenport would line up and reassess and go, hey, let's come back. Let's figure out what can work for these guys.
Dale keeps on 1st and 10, back to the line of scrimmage. Clock nears 1:30. That one's complete. Guy Flores out near midfield. He stays in bounds, so the clock keeps running.
Well, that was a nice development play, too, by Tivy's offense. All their receivers were covered, and then Guy Flores came across the field wide open. So it looked like it was designed for him, maybe.
1st down yardage at exactly midfield. Dale with trips to his left. Looks this way.
Oh.
Intended for Flores, incomplete. Next week, big one for Davenport. Piper in what's become a bit of a rivalry game. They got that game on September 12th. Following that, they take on the same Del Rio team that Tivy beat last week. Del looking deep, pulls it down though. Now across the 45, another 1st down, and then he gets out of bounds.
Ouch. Trying to see which Tivy player fell down there.
It's Guy Flores.
Flores, huh?
Who's been pretty busy tonight, senior receiver. We're talking about Davenport's schedule after Piper and Del Rio the next 2 weeks. They're at Pleasanton on September 26th. October 3rd, they face San Antonio Kennedy. October 10th, Fredericksburg, they're there. October 7th, home here versus Somerset. At Uvalde on October 24th. And then they close the regular season here at Wolves Stadium against Canyon Lake because on the final week of the regular season, they've got a bye.
Wow. That sounds like a good schedule there.
Starting with that next one at Piper. That one should be a lot of fun. The Warriors came in here last year. It's a Warriors team that did not lose until it was knocked out in the playoffs. Came in here and won a high-scoring affair, separating from Davenport about midway through the 2nd quarter. This time, the game at Piper as Collier gained 6 and then gains 4 on what should be the last play of the game. Speaking of Piper, they're down in their game right now, 24-14. So a chance, if that score holds, that they'll go into next week's game against Davenport 1-1. Because the Wolves will head into it 2-0. For the second straight week, Davenport, a big winner, Vets Memorial to open the season, a 66-13 victory against a game Tivy squad tonight. Christian Hallam, your final thoughts here on a night in which Davenport flexed its muscles.
Well executed coaching on the Davenport staff. Tivy obviously is going to have a little bit of work in preparation in their film room tomorrow, but their coaches and their players should probably be motivated for their next opponent after this one. But I do hats off to both sides. I just think that one side proved to out-prepare or outplay the other.
And with that, for Christian Hallam, for a wonderful WIC Productions crew that includes camera operators Isaac Lopez, Chris Foster, and Tatiana Torres, we say goodnight from right here at Wolves Stadium. Davenport, a huge 66-13 win. You've been watching high school football on GVTC. We'll see you next week, everybody. Until then, have a great weekend and great next week. Good night.